Ever wondered why, even when you try your absolute hardest, your life just doesn't change? Like why some people just think about something and it's like the universe is bending over backwards to make it happen? It's not about your situation, Broove. It's about your mindset, the stuff that quietly shapes your whole damn life. The book you're about to hear is a kick-ass reminder. You become what you think. And if you're feeling lost, inadequate, like a total failure, or just stuck in your own life, maybe it's not because you're weak. It's because you've been repeating thoughts that are holding you back. This book's going to show you how to spot and ditch the negative vibes in your head, how to rewire your brain to be all about confidence, success, and happiness, how to use affirmations, visualization, mindfulness, and the law of attraction, like actual tools that work, and more than anything, how to become the person you actually want to be. Title: Become What You Think, The Secret to Changing. Your life author, unknown, ever clocked that the key to a life glow lies in the thoughts you're thinking every day.
Imagine.
A life where dreams aren't just wishes, but realities crafted by the power of your mind. In Become What You Think, we'll spill the tea on how thoughts shape reality, how you can harness this power to create the life you're craving. Ever noticed? Your mental state can switch up depending on what you're focusing on. A positive thought can boost your mood, while a negative one can bring you down. This ain't just some coincidence. It's proof of the mind's insane power. This book will guide you how to boss this power, showing you how to use thoughts to transform every aspect of your life. Start with the basic principle. Thoughts are the building blocks of reality. Each thought sends out a vibe affecting your emotions, actions, and ultimately your life circumstances. By learning to control your thoughts, you can steer your life in the direction you want. This book will teach you how to become aware of your thoughts and consciously choose the ones that support your goals. Consider this: successful peeps across different fields often credit their achievements to their positive mindset. They get that by focusing on their goals and keeping a positive attitude. They attract opportunities and overcome obstacles more easily. You'll learn similar techniques, starting with practicing positive thinking to create a mental blueprint for success. Next, we're diving into the science behind the mind's power. Modern neuroscience has shown that our brains have an awesome ability to adapt and change, a concept called neuroplasticity. By constantly thinking positive thoughts and visualizing the results you want, you can rewire your brain to support your goals. This book breaks down these scientific principles in easy-to-understand terms, giving you the knowledge you need to change your life. Dropping affirmations is another powerful tool in your mental toolkit. These motivational phrases support your intentions and help you switch from doubt to confidence. This book will guide you to create effective affirmations that match your goals and build them into your daily routine as you start this journey. Remember, the power to change your life is inside you. By bossing your thoughts, you can create a life full of abundance, joy, and fulfillment. Believe what you think. You become what you think, and reality is shaped by what you think. And Become What You Think, you'll discover the deep impact thoughts have on life now. Imagine if you could tap into this power. What would you do? Where could you go? This book offers a straightforward approach to understanding this transformation journey, opening up a world where thoughts can work miracles in life. You ready to unlock your mind's extraordinary potential? Chapter 1: Unlocking the Power of Thoughts. Bossing. The power of your thoughts can be a transformational experience, giving you the ability to shape your reality and become the person you dream of being. Think of your mind like a garden, where thoughts are the seeds. You can plant beautiful flowers or let weeds take over. The important thing is the seeds you plant, water, and care for now. Let's break down how powerful thoughts are, because they affect your emotions, which then shape your actions. When you constantly water the positive, optimistic, and resilient seeds in your mental garden, you can see a shift in your emotional state. You'll feel happier, more resilient, and able to face challenges with more confidence. And guess what happens next? Actions start to mirror these positive emotions, driving you toward your goals and dreams. This ain't some mysterious, hard-to-reach concept. It's based on the foundation of neuroscience. The brain is an adaptive organ, constantly rebuilding itself based on thoughts and experiences. This process, called neuroplasticity, means that by consciously choosing your thoughts, you're changing the structure of your brain. Now, let's be kind. Sometimes it's not easy to plant positive thoughts, especially when life throws curveballs. But remember, you're not alone on this journey. The key is to be patient with yourself. Start small and slowly build up. Remember, every garden starts with a seed. The mental garden is the same. Unlocking the power of your thoughts is the first step to becoming the architect of your reality. You've got this chapter 2, identifying negative thought patterns despite tapping into the power of positive thoughts being a crucial first step. Spotting and dealing with negative thought patterns that may arise is just as important. Patterns can block your progress and are often rooted in fear, insecurity, or past wounds. They can unintentionally create a reality you don't want, hindering your efforts to create the life you really crave. Now, you may ask, how do you spot these negative thought patterns? The first sign of a negative thought pattern is often a feeling of unease or frustration. You might feel anxious, edgy, or just off without knowing why. That's because thoughts aren't isolated. They link together, forming a network that affects your emotions, actions, and overall mental state. Another clue is the recurrence of certain negative thoughts. If you often feel "I'm not good enough" or "I always screw things up," you might be stuck in a negative thought loop. These loops are hard to break free from, but awareness is the first step. Chapter 3. Building positive thinking habits. Shifting your focus to nurturing positive thinking habits is a game changer, and it's easier than you think. It's about deciding to change and committing to it. Yep, this takes time and effort, but the rewards are huge, and the long-term impact is life-changing. Start with good thoughts and replace any negative thoughts you have with them. This isn't to say that any problem should be ignored. Instead, it means facing them with a more optimistic and positive mindset. For example, instead of saying to yourself, "I can't do this," you should tell yourself, "I'll find a way to get it done." This slight change has the potential to greatly affect your mental health. Acknowledge and celebrate your achievements, even if they seem small. This builds self-confidence and strengthens a positive outlook. Likewise, practice gratitude. It's a powerful tool that has the potential to increase positivity in a significant way. By acknowledging the good things in your life, you're training your mind to focus on the positive. Surround yourself with positivity, including people, environments, and experiences that make you feel uplifted. Negativity can spread, but so can positivity. Chapter 4. Connecting with the subconscious. Have you ever wondered about the power the subconscious mind holds over your life? It's a hidden resource you can tap into to shape your reality. This part of the mind absorbs information like a sponge, influencing actions, responses, and decisions without you even realizing it. To harness this power, you need to establish a connection with your subconscious. This process isn't as scary as it sounds. It's about building mindfulness, an awareness of thoughts, and an understanding of the emotions behind actions. You can start by paying attention to your dreams. They're a direct line to your subconscious. Analyze them, decode their meaning, and you'll start to understand what your subconscious is telling you. Always remember that your subconscious is a trusted ally, always working, even when you don't realize it. But it isn't some rogue operator. With the right tools and techniques, you can guide your subconscious toward positive outcomes. You have the power to shape your thoughts, and through them, shape your reality. In the next section, we'll explore how you can visualize desired outcomes. But for now, remember that the subconscious is an untapped resource waiting for you to tap into it. Chapter 5. Desired Outcomes. The key to achieving goals lies in being able to authentically picture those goals. The technique of creating a mental image of an event that will happen in the future is called visualization. Visualization is a powerful tool that you can use to create your reality. It's not magic, it's science. The brain tends to work according to what it envisions, pushing you to act in a way that makes the vision a reality. Envision your dreams with as many details as possible. If you're aiming for a new job, picture yourself in the role. Imagine the workspace, your colleagues, the tasks, the satisfaction of finishing a project, the joy of collaboration, and the pride of contributing. The more detailed the image, the more real it feels to the brain, and the more motivated you are to achieve that goal. But remember, visualization isn't a one-and-done thing. Consistency is key. Make it a part of your daily routine, dedicating a few minutes each day to immerse yourself in that imagined reality. And you'll start to notice changes in your behavior and thinking, lining you up with your goals. However, this isn't just about the big picture. Visualizing the steps you need to take to achieve your goals is just as important. Imagine the challenges and how you'll overcome them. This approach not only boosts confidence, but also prepares you for real-world obstacles. Chapter 6. Affirmations to the Rescue. Can propel yourself closer to groundbreaking change by harnessing the power of positive affirmations. What can prepare you for a mental shift that will redefine reality is just like an athlete visualizing himself winning a race. You're encouraged to envision your success. However, visualization is enhanced when paired with affirmations. Through the use of these two powerful tools, you have the ability to effectively restructure your brain, by changing the way you view and operate in the world around you. Affirmations are positive praises, specifically designed to help you overcome negative, self-sabotaging thoughts. They're like a compass, directing the brain toward a goal. By focusing thoughts on what you want to achieve, when you repeat these affirmations, you're not just repeating a set of words, but also ingraining these messages in your subconscious. If you're struggling with self-worth, an affirmation like, "I am worthy and invaluable," can help you recreate your self-image. When repeated consistently, the brain starts to accept this as truth, thereby changing thought patterns and ultimately reality. Don't forget that affirmations should always be in the present tense, as if what you're affirming has already happened. This is a powerful way to trick the brain into believing that the desired goal is close at hand, thereby pushing you closer to the goal. Chapter 7. Overcoming limiting beliefs despite the power of positive affirmations. So, the journey toward a positive mindset can be met with limiting beliefs that you've attached to yourself. These deep-seated beliefs can lessen optimism, sabotage efforts, and keep you in a cycle of self-doubt. However, it's not an issue that can't be overcome. By sincerely confronting these limiting beliefs, you can start to recreate your reality. First, identify what these limiting beliefs are. They're often hidden in the form of absolute truths, or it's how something is. You may believe that you're not good enough, that you can't succeed, or that you're doomed to fail. In fact, they're just a reflection of past experiences and social conditioning. Once identified, challenge these beliefs. Ask yourself where this belief came from. Is it based on truth, or is it a product of fear or insecurity? Does it serve you in a positive way? If not, it's time to let it go. The next step is to replace these limiting beliefs with empowering ones. This isn't about denying reality. It's about choosing a more positive perspective. You're not ignoring your flaws. You're acknowledging your potential. You're not denying your past. You're focusing on your future. Chapter 8. Focusing on the present as you move forward on your journey. Focusing on the present becomes essential to truly become what you think. It's about quieting the thoughts in your head and paying attention to the here and now. This practice not only helps you stay grounded, but also plays a critical role in shaping reality based on your thoughts. When you focus on the present, you're more aware of your thoughts. You can observe them without judgment and let them flow, neither holding them back nor pushing them away. It's a type of mental hygiene, helping to clear negative, limiting thoughts that often lead to self-sabotage. Focusing on the present also helps you realize the power of your thoughts. The past is gone. The future is uncertain, but the present is what you can control. By focusing on the present, you can navigate your thoughts and energy to create the reality you want. In conclusion, focusing on the present is a key tool in the journey to become what you think. They help you control your thoughts, making it easier to affect reality. So, don't ignore the power of the present. It's where you truly have the ability to shape your life. Chapter 9. Harnessing the law of attraction and the journey to manifest thoughts. Understanding and utilizing the law. Right. So tapping into the law of attraction can be a proper ally in it. This universal principle says like attracts like. Positive thoughts bring positive experiences, while negative ones lead to dodgy outcomes. It's not magic. It's a law governing reality. To use the law of attraction, you got to be aware of your thoughts and feelings. Think of your mind as a magnet, attracting experiences that match it. If you're always thinking about fear and failure, you're going to attract more of the same. But if you focus on positivity and success, you'll start drawing in lucky breaks. It's important not to ignore negative feels or pretend they don't exist. Instead, acknowledge them and then consciously choose to shift your focus. That's the essence of the law of attraction, manifesting the reality you want by controlling your thoughts. But heads up, the law of attraction isn't a get-a-quick scheme. It needs patience, persistence, and most importantly, belief. You gotta genuinely believe in your ability to attract what you want. It's an ongoing process that needs practice and commitment. The law of attraction isn't a way to dodge reality. It's a tool to create a better one. It's about clocking that you have the power to shape your experiences and outcomes by thinking about it. Chapter 10. Syncing thoughts and actions. Using the law of attraction is a big step. But the journey doesn't stop there. You need to align your actions with your thoughts to truly manifest your desires. You can't just imagine success. You have to take decisive steps to get there. Think of your thoughts as the architects of reality and actions as the builders. The architect can design the most stunning palace, but without builders, it's just a daydream. Similarly, thoughts need actions to turn into reality. Just thinking positively and expecting good results isn't enough. You need to act in ways that match your thoughts. If you're nurturing thoughts of health and fitness, but then acting by eating badly and not exercising, you're sending mixed signals to the universe. It's like rowing a boat in two directions at once. You won't get far. But when thoughts and actions go hand in hand, you're not just rowing the boat. You're sailing with the wind at your back. So alignment isn't always easy. It needs self-awareness, discipline, and consistency, but the results are worth the effort. Changing not just your reality, but how you see yourself. Chapter 11. Abundance and prosperity. Exploring a mindset to focus on abundance and prosperity can truly change your life. This isn't just about thinking positively. It's about actively nurturing an attitude of expectancy, where you believe that good things aren't just possible, they're definitely going to happen. To manifest abundance and prosperity, you need to first define what these words mean to you. Abundance isn't just about material wealth. It can be an abundance of joy, health, or relationships. Similarly, prosperity isn't just financial success. It can reflect a thriving career or personal growth. Defining these terms is key to understanding what you're really seeking. The next step involves aligning your thoughts with the results you want. If you constantly focus on scarcity, you'll attract more of it. Prosperity, you create a powerful energy that attracts positive outcomes. This approach doesn't mean ignoring negative situations. Instead, it involves choosing to focus on the potential positive chapter. 12. The mind-body connection. Exploring the connection between mind and body and understanding how thoughts and feelings impact your health and wholeness. Your mind isn't just an entity in your head. It actively works with every cell in your body, influencing how you feel and how your body functions. Take stress, for example. Pushes your body to release hormones that can raise blood pressure, slow digestion, and suppress the immune system. Long-term exposure to stress can lead to serious health issues. On the flip side, positive thoughts and feelings boost your body's self-healing abilities. The mind-body connection isn't just about illness. It includes wholeness. Practices like meditation, yoga, and mindfulness encourage a positive relationship between the mind and body, promoting relaxation, reducing stress, and improving overall health. Managing thoughts isn't just important, but listening to the body is also extremely important. Feeling tired or unwell could signal something's not right mentally. Clocking this link highlights how thoughts don't just shape the mind, but they shape reality. Chapter 13. Developing a powerful mindset to nurture a powerful mindset. Start by believing in your ability to control and navigate your thoughts as well as feelings. This isn't about suppressing feelings or ignoring negative thoughts, but about recognizing them and choosing how to respond. Start with self-awareness. Recognize. Repeating patterns and triggers that may hinder progress. Practice compassion, and changing stubborn thought patterns isn't easy, and setbacks are unavoidable. Instead of self-criticism, show kindness and understanding. Remember, you're trying to better yourself, not be perfect. Put the thought patterns that you want into action. Picture the person you dream of becoming and show that mindset through action. Over time, your thoughts will match your actions. Surround yourself with positivity, including people, environments, and experiences that uplift and promote you to develop a powerful mindset. Developing a powerful mindset is a journey, not a destination. This requires patience, persistence, and self-love. When you harmonize your thoughts with the reality you want, you'll discover the truth. You truly become what you think. Chapter 14. Embracing a growth mindset. Let's explore the concept of a growth mindset, a transformative approach that changes how you see challenges, failures, and your potential. This term, coined by psychologist Carol Dweck, says that abilities can be improved through dedication, effort, and persistence, not just innate talent or fixed intelligence. Imagine a problem that seems impossible to overcome. With a fixed mindset, you may feel lacking and likely give up. On the flip side, a growth mindset sees the challenge as an opportunity to learn and grow. It realizes that effort and persistence are key to success, not innate ability. Embracing. A growth mindset needs you to change your view of yourself and your abilities. This includes stepping out of your comfort zone, taking risks, and accepting failure as an opportunity to learn and grow. Chapter 15. Releasing. Emotional baggage releasing. Emotional baggage is an important step in becoming who you want to be, because it lets you get rid of the weight of past experiences that may be holding you back. By holding on to old hurts, disappointments, or fears, you're really letting those experiences shape your thoughts and keep you in a negative reality. However, letting go isn't always easy. These emotions may feel like a part of your identity. They're familiar, and even if they're painful, there's comfort in that familiarity. That's when you have to remind yourself that you aren't your past. You're an evolving individual with the power to redefine your reality. Start by recognizing these emotions. Feeling hurt or angry is absolutely valid. These are valid emotions, and by recognizing them, you're taking a significant step in healing. Try to identify the source of these emotions. Is it a past relationship? A traumatic event? Understanding. The source can help you start to separate yourself from these emotions. Next, work on forgiveness. This doesn't mean forgetting or excusing the actions that caused the pain. Instead, it's about releasing the control that those experiences have over you. It's about choosing to move forward and create a new story for yourself. Chapter 16. Practicing. Gratitude and appreciation. Regularly showing gratitude and appreciation can strongly change perspective, leading thoughts toward positivity and abundance. When you focus on what you're grateful for, there won't be room for negativity or scarcity. This isn't just a feel-good theory. It's backed by neurological research. Gratitude can increase serotonin production, a neurotransmitter that improves mood. Now, you may think, but I have nothing to be grateful for. That's when you're wrong. Everyone has something to be grateful for. Gratitude can be the sun shining outside, a great book you read, or even the fact that you're breathing. It's about finding joy and value in the little things. But when they're put together, they're not little at all. But how do you practice gratitude? Start by keeping a gratitude journal. Get in the habit of writing down 3 things you're grateful for each day. They don't need to be huge. Even the simplest things count. Soon, you'll realize that there's much more to be grateful for than you ever thought. Chapter T. Incorporating meditation and reflection while practicing gratitude and appreciation lay the groundwork for positive thinking. Incorporating meditation and reflection into your daily routine can further reinforce this mindset. This isn't just about clearing the mind, but about nurturing self-awareness, helping you to better understand your thoughts and feelings. For example, mindfulness meditation helps you focus thoughts and create a state of mental peace. This isn't about stopping thoughts, but about observing thoughts without judgment. This practice helps you recognize your thought patterns and how they affect reality. It's like stepping out of yourself and watching a movie of your own thoughts, an enlightening experience. Reflection, on the other hand, is about looking back at your thoughts, actions, and experiences with a critical eye. Lets you recognize patterns, learn from mistakes, and grow as a person. When you reflect, you're conducting a self-assessment, checking in with yourself, reviewing how you've handled situations, and identifying what you can do differently in the future. Adding these activities to your daily routine won't lead to an immediate change in your life. This process is a slow burn, requiring patience and dedication from you. But over time, you'll start to notice subtle shifts in how you think. You'll become more aware of patterns. Chapter 18. Reframing challenges as opportunities when you're willing. To acknowledge a shift in perspective, you can start to see problems not as obstacles, but as opportunities for personal growth and learning. Adding to this process is called reframing. That's not pretending everything's okay when it isn't, but about finding a way to look at the situation in a more constructive way. Reframing is a powerful tool that you can use to change your mindset, change how you understand them, and therefore, change how you react to them. It's not about denying the reality of the circumstances, but about viewing them from a different angle. Instead of seeing obstacles as impossible problems, you can see them as opportunities to learn and grow. 4. Example. Think about when you missed a chance to get a job promotion. Instead of seeing this as a failure, you can see it as a chance to get more information about the skills or experience that you need to develop to be considered in the future. That's an opportunity to have a conversation with your boss about what you can do to improve and advance in your career. Reframing is not about ignoring the negative side, but about seeing the potential for positive change. It's understanding that thoughts shape reality, so changing thoughts can change reality. This doesn't mean you'll never have difficulties, but it means that you can face them with a more positive, constructive mindset. It's important to remember that reframing doesn't happen overnight. It's a skill that needs to be practiced, but with time and effort. You can start to see challenges as opportunities, and because of that, you'll become stronger, more flexible, and capable of shaping your reality. Chapter 19. Self-love and acceptance. Regularly practicing self-love and acceptance regularly is an important step in starting to shape what you think, because it lets you value your strengths and recognize your weaknesses without judgment. When you nurture self-love, you're laying the foundation for positive thoughts and attitudes about yourself. This positive image of yourself then seeps into the subconscious, affecting actions and responses and shaping reality. Take a moment to consider how you talk to yourself. Do you use kind and loving words, or are you always harsh and critical? Self-talk is a powerful tool for self-acceptance. If you always criticize yourself for your weaknesses, you're creating a reality where you never feel good enough. On the flip side, if you can learn to talk to yourself with compassion, acknowledging mistakes, but also recognizing your value, you have the ability to create a reality that mirrors this love. It's important to remember that self-love and acceptance isn't about ignoring weaknesses or pretending they don't exist. They're about accepting them with compassion and understanding, and using them as stepping stones for personal growth. You're not perfect, and that's absolutely okay. The important thing is that you're always trying to learn, grow, and become a better version of yourself. Nurturing self-love and acceptance takes time and dedicated effort, but it's a journey worth starting. Remember that you'll become what you think. So start believing that you're worthy of love and acceptance, and watch the world change to reflect this belief. Chapter 21. Consistency and commitment to change. accepted the idea that thoughts shape reality. Now, it's important that you understand that consistency and commitment are the engines that drive that change. Just making a change once isn't enough. You have to commit to it consistently and overcome the inevitable resistance that comes with the transformation process. Consistency in thinking is like a steadfast sail amid changing winds. It becomes a hardcore commitment to change and personal growth. Consistency acts like a compass, guiding thoughts, helping you stay focused and directed amid life's inevitable storms. It's not just about thinking positive thoughts, it's about thinking them consistently. Consistent thoughts create a powerful momentum that can push you toward the reality you want. Like a river that through constant flow carves a path through solid rock, consistent thoughts can shape the world in ways you might not yet realize. The role of consistency isn't about rigidity or inflexibility. It's actually the opposite. It's the ability to stay committed to your thoughts, beliefs, and goals, even when the circumstances around you are changing. See, consistency isn't just a trait, it's a strategy, a tool you can use to navigate the often turbulent seas of life. Tap into the power of commitment. It's the unwavering dedication to altering thought patterns, which can truly transform life. It's not a one-time event. It's a steady, continuous process. You're not simply choosing. You're committing to yourself. Think of commitment as the foundation of change. Without it, the consistency that we discussed earlier cannot be sustained. You may stumble, fall, or be distracted, and that is perfectly acceptable. It is the commitment that will help you get up, dust off, and continue the journey to transformation. However, keep in mind that commitment isn't the same as being rigid or unforgiving towards yourself. It is about acknowledging the effort, celebrating the small victories, and learning from the setbacks. It is a gentle but firm reminder to yourself that you are in it for the long haul. More than that, commitment isn't just about you, but has a ripple effect, inspiring and influencing those around you. When you commit to changing your thought patterns, you're also contributing to a shift in the collective consciousness, understanding change as a necessary process. It is important to remember that this change requires both consistency and firm commitment to alter thought patterns. You must bravely stay firm with your decision and keep making little adjustments to how you think. Just remember, change isn't always one big alteration. It's a number of small, deliberate, positive steps that, when added up, eventually lead to a noticeable change. A change in thought pattern, like a river running through a deep canyon, may gradually shape reality with its steady flow. However, it is important to recognize the difference between forced, artificial change and genuine inner transformation. The latter is born from a deep commitment to personal growth and a sincere desire for life to reflect the highest ideals. This journey isn't about applying someone
else's thought pattern
or mimicking their lifestyle. It's about growing your own unique perspective rooted in real values and aspirations. Change is a necessary process. However, it is also a deeply personal journey that calls for complete commitment. Say hello to it with an open mind and let the power of thoughts guide you to the reality that you want. Resistance, the inner saboteur, often rears its head as you embark on change, challenging commitment and consistency to personal transformation. It's a natural response, a defense mechanism, protecting you from the unknown. But remember, resistance isn't the enemy. It's a signal that you're stepping out of your comfort zone. To overcome resistance, you must first acknowledge it. Don't run from it or deny it. Embrace it and understand that it's part of the process, a sign that you're pushing yourself beyond your limits. Then commit to following through. Despite the discomfort, consistency is key. It's the bridge between intention and achievement. Each day, choose to move toward the new reality, even if it's the smallest step. Such small, consistent actions accumulate over time, leading to significant changes in your personal transformation or journey. Maintaining the process over time is just as important as starting the change. It's not just about making a decision or taking the first step. It's about the consistency and commitment day after day, month after month, year after year. Transformation isn't a one-time event. It's an ongoing process of gradually reshaping thoughts and actions. However, this is where many people stumble. The initial excitement wears off, old habits creep back in, and the transformation process slows down or even stops. But here's the key. Consistency, a key important to change, isn't about perfection. It's about progress, about commitment to the journey, even when the path gets tough, about embracing the ups and downs, the victories and setbacks, and still moving forward. Chapter 22. Applying learned principles to daily life. To begin the process of harnessing the power of positive thoughts, you'll soon discover that incorporating these principles into your daily life can change your reality. The "you become what you think" principle isn't some trick, but a consistent practice that needs to be woven into the fabric of daily life. But how do you do this? First, you must commit to changing your mindset. You have to train yourself to see the good in everything, even when it's not immediately obvious. Remember, this isn't about ignoring the negative, but about focusing more on the positive. Next, practicing mindfulness is important. Being present at the current time lets you become more aware of your thoughts and their impact on reality. That's the difference between letting thoughts control you and you controlling your thoughts. Keeping a diary of your ideas is another helpful tool that you can use. Get in the habit of noting your daily thoughts. Over time, you'll realize patterns and triggers that you may not have been aware of. Keeping a diary lets you objectively observe your thinking process and adjust them if needed. Finally, patience is key. Changing thought patterns doesn't happen overnight. That's a gradual process that needs time, effort, and consistency. Celebrate the small victories, and don't be discouraged by temporary setbacks. Incorporating these principles into daily life may be hard at first, but remember, every great journey starts with a single step. Start taking that step today. You'll be one step closer to shaping your reality with the power of thoughts. Chapter 23. Achieving balance. Between work and life regularly, you may find yourself struggling to achieve a healthy balance between work and life, especially when thoughts are continuously muddled by work-related stress and anxiety. This isn't rare, right? Really, it's a common problem that millions are facing. However, it is important to remember that thoughts have the power to shape reality. What if you could use this power to benefit you? Now, imagine a scale with work commitments on one side and personal life on the other. The goal is to keep this scale balanced, right? How do you do this when you're continuously being dominated by thoughts about upcoming deadlines, uncompleted tasks, and increasing responsibilities? This is where the power of thought comes in. By actively choosing to shift focus from negative to positive, you can start to impact and balance the scale. Instead of worrying about uncompleted tasks, think about the satisfaction that you'll feel when they're completed. Instead of worrying about increasing responsibilities, see them as opportunities for personal growth. However, remember, this isn't just about thinking positively. It's about making purposeful changes in lifestyle, setting clear boundaries, prioritizing health, and committing to regular rest. It's about understanding that it is perfectly acceptable to decline when you feel overwhelmed. Chapter 24. Sharing the transformation journey. Have you ever thought about sharing your transformation journey as a powerful tool in the process of self-improvement? Expressing experiences publicly, be it through writing, talking, or any other form of communication, can greatly influence personal growth. That's a method to analyze ideas, recognize patterns, and gain a deeper understanding of how the mind influences the world around you. The act of sharing isn't just about retelling experiences. It's about analyzing the journey, realizing failures and achievements, and, most importantly, recognizing growth. When you share, you're not looking for approval or agreement. Instead, you're advancing toward embracing your experiences and understanding your thinking process. Though you may initially feel scared, remember that vulnerability is a strength, not a weakness. Sharing the journey doesn't mean you have to reveal every detail about your life. It's about opening up about how thinking has shaped reality and how the transformation has taken place. The journey is unique and worth sharing. You may be surprised at the insights you gain. the connections you create when you start to share your experiences. Finally, the journey of each person is a strong affirmation of the transforming power of thoughts. Don't let the cynicism get in the way. Changing thoughts may seem hard, but remember that it is a gradual journey, not a leap from night to morning. You have the power to shape your reality. Why don't you tap into it? Start small, be patient, and celebrate your progress. Embrace the power of loving thoughts, self-care, and the supportive relationships around you. The journey to become what you think starts now. Believe in the process and make it worthwhile.